Yep.
Now they want to charge us to use what we've already paid for.
Yeah.
Correct?
So part of what's going on is, again, EVs don't pay any sort of road tax, right? Because your gas tax goes towards maintaining the roads. So EVs aren't paying that. So now they're trying to figure out what to do with EVs, right? And there are several proposals. There's a proposal to just raise electricity on everything, and you'll pay a higher tax on electricity. Excuse me. And then there's a proposal on EVs that they'll be able to monitor where you drive with an EV, and you'll pay by the mile.
Right.
But you'll pay more during high traffic times.
Right.
And then there's just another proposal that would say that if you drive an EV, they're going to tax the license, the annual fee, much more.
Yeah.
So there's all these different proposals out there right now, and we're monitoring them. But
The only reason I bring it up, you guys, is anyone that's actually paying attention to it. And given what we're all into as a hobby, it's at risk. You know, it's significantly at risk right now, at least in the state of California.
Yeah, this is our lifestyle, right? I mean, this is what we do. We love to customize. I mean, why should we be driving plain vanilla vehicles? I mean, that's up for some people.
Yeah.
But a bunch of us want to modify in some way. And you think about, the truck market. You think about I'm personally a big tuner guy. We've got a lot of Japanese cars, but we should be able to continue to modify, and consumers should be able to pick what they want to drive for their needs, right? And I mean, you get outside of California, and number one, there's not the infrastructure for EV.
No.
But look, hydrogen's got a big future. We're seeing it now, especially in the heavy-duty range, where we're going to see hydrogen. We've got
and the continued building of the hybrid technology, because hybrid technology
Absolutely.
not only gets you the fuel, saves on fuel consumption, but we can make a lot of power with hybrids.
Right.
Come on.
And Toyota has come out and said they can build 10 hybrids for every EV. So the minerals needed to build the battery packs on a EV, they can build 10 hybrids. So it's a great middle step, right?
Yeah.
And there's actually several reports out, but one that says that if we were to employ all these technologies, we actually get to cleaner air sooner than if we wait for just EVs to take over.
Yeah.
And so we think that's important. And again, just depending on what your driving needs are, you should be able to pick. Look, an internal combustion engine is not bad. The technology is great. It's what you put in it that can make a difference, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we could talk about government subsidies on top of that. I mean, you take this cell phone, right? And if it was if this cell phone was a great technology, which it is, people will buy it. So, but in EVs, there are all sorts of subsidies. So the government has stepped in, and because the technology is not taking off as quick as they want it to.
No, far from it.
They are causing us to, they're subsidizing these builds.
Yeah. So we got a couple minutes left, and I think a lot of people probably don't know that other than the SEMA show that happens in Las Vegas 1 week out of the year, there's also this whole thing out in the Inland Empire called the SEMA Garage.
Yeah, so we've got actually 2 SEMA garages now. We've got one in Diamond Bar here, and then one in Plymouth, Michigan. And what we do a lot of things. So if you're a manufacturer and you build a product that affects fuel or air, so superchargers, turbochargers, tune kits, air intakes, you name it. If it affects fuel or air, it has to go through a CARB EO. And I know everybody out here, every single one of you I know has got a modded vehicle, and it's all got CARB EOs on them.
Yeah.
No, doesn't happen. Why are you laughing, Busy? Look, so you have to get your CARB. As a manufacturer, if you don't get that CARB EO and you sell a product, the fine is $37,000 per part sold.
Wow.
So we help the manufacturers get through all that process. So let's just say you want to build a supercharger for the new C8 Corvette, we would help you. Once you build that product, we would help you with the paperwork. We would do the testing for you, and we will submit that paperwork to CARB and get you a CARB EO so that you're legal selling those products.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of work right now on ADAS, and all the new vehicles now have cameras and lane change departure warning and self-braking and all that. So we're doing a lot of work to understand what happens when you modify a vehicle. What happens when you lift a truck? How do those sensors work? And Those tests are about $200,000 per vehicle, and we're doing that work right now so that we can better understand the safety and what we'll have to do to make sure that those vehicles stay in compliance.
Yeah.
So doing that kind of work. We do a lot of work in CAD. We do a lot of work in scanning. We do 3D printing. So if you wanted to reverse engineer those sunglasses, we can bring them to the SEMA garage, scan it, put it in CAD, look at it every different way, modify it, and 3D print it back out.
Yeah.
And that's how we can take a product that a lot of times might have taken you 2 years to develop. We can have you on the street selling that product within 6 months.
Wow. Amazing.
So, and as new vehicles come out, we get them from the OE. So we had the new Toyota Tacoma 6 months ago in the garage, and we brought manufacturers in and helped them develop products so that when that vehicle hit the market, you had products to buy.
Gotcha.
So just all those sorts of things.
Well, cool. Well, let's wrap it here, you guys. Thanks for hanging out and listening. And Mike, man, more to come. I'd love to.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to come out and honestly, I mean, to
please
meet
come
with
out.
you, talk about some stuff, and see how potentially we could do some things together.
You have a personal invite.
Awesome. Thank you,
all right.
Mike.
Thanks very much.
Really appreciate it.
And thanks to my fans over here in the corner over here.
Yeah, you got a serious crew over there, bud.
That's about 1/20 of our family right there.